Generation Send, GenSend. A 6-week program that sends students into one of North America's greatest cities. This summer program is supposed to immerse students into urban mission work that will hopefully shape their lives like nothing they've ever done. GenSend is designed to give students a unique missionary experience in North America. It immerses students into an urban context to gain practical knowledge of the realities of mission and leadership. We believe that is exactly what our team in Portland experienced this summer. We spent our time learning what it meant to live our life on mission under the guidance of some incredible urban ministry leaders. However, we soon learned how seductive Portland can be, especially during the summertime. Portland has a population of 1.2 million. That number is rapidly growing. For every 12,000 people in Portland, there is one church. Furthermore, it is estimated that 43% of Portlanders have no religious affiliation. But, needless to say, Portland and all other urban cities that GenSend sent students out to needs the gospel. But does it need you? That became the question we challenged ourselves with for the remainder of our summer here. It became evident that most of us were not aware of gentrification, redlining, or historic systematic injustices that are still taking place. These ethical issues have and still are affecting Portland. So how do we make sure that Generation Send does not become Gentrification Send? Discipleship. Taking the little of the summer we have left with each other and challenge one another. Come alongside each other and think through the positive and negative effects of planting somewhere outside of the context you grew up in. Teaching each other that ethics and worship cannot be divorced. We cannot come into Portland, be a gentrifier, and not be aware of those who we have displaced. Together as a community, we work through these things. Together, we served Portland. We prayed together. We read together. We traveled through the city together. This summer, we spent hours co-laboring with one another. We loved each other. And to love someone means to ask tough questions. What is the Spirit showing you? How have you seen God move this past week? How are you being intentional with your time here in Portland? Is God telling you to move here? Or are you being seduced? This summer was challenging for all of us, in many ways. But at the same time, it was encouraging, insightful, and we do not regret coming. Although some of us feel like we are being called to Portland, we are still left with seeking God and being sensitive to where He is leading us to. We do not want to be ignorant to all the needs of Portland. We do not want to be another planter that comes to Portland with high hopes but fails because this city was not meant for them. We do not want to come to Portland because it's a cool city. Because in Portland, the gospel is not a cool thing. Being a Christian is not a cool thing. According to some Portland natives, Christian and non-Christian alike, they all say the same thing. Portland is where church planters come to die.
We don't live our lives for the world's acceptance, right? And so there are times where the Christian will be rejected by the world, in the world, simply due to the fact that we are Christians. But on top of that, I have a hope and a comfort, right, that I will not be a foreigner forever. From that reality, the encouragement is now to go out into the world, not seeking the world's validation, not seeking success based on the world's standards, but actually seeking to be a light. And so in that, I'm able to engage with the world even when I'm rejected by the world. Because though Jesus was rejected, He laid down His life so that we could be accepted with God.
Therefore, we do not want to be naive in what we think our calling is or where our calling is, but we want to be sensitive in listening to God and where He is guiding us. The only reason we should come to Portland is because we are disobeying God if we don't. This summer was a beautiful experience that we are all grateful for. And now we return home with new friends, with new family members, and a knowledge that isn't meant to be kept to ourselves. For even though we go home, we strive to continue to live our lives on mission for the sake of the gospel. Because God has sovereignly orchestrated our life story. God has sovereignly placed us where we are. Where we go to school, where we work, even our favorite place to get coffee. Why? So that His kingdom may advance, so that the good news of redemption may be spread. All we have to do is be obedient.